I'm Stephen Crichton and I'm Brian To'o's #1 fan.
Huh? Well, I'm your #1 fan. Being anointed as his best man for his wedding, this is definitely something that I'll always forever cherish.
He wore it 3 days leading into the wedding day, no shower.
It's clean.
Wait.
It's clean.
Yeah.
Just symbolizes the love and care that we have for each other and just the brotherhood that we share. Just being his best man. I always look back at this every time I wear it on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays and Fridays.
This is my first time seeing it since I gave it to him. A lot of the boys wore it on the wedding day. Having Bizza as my best man, it wasn't even a question to ask. I didn't even have to ask my wife. She already knew who it was. He knows how much I love him, and no matter where footy takes us, he would always be my best man. First met Brian in Year 7, going into school. Everyone knew who Bizza was.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy how me and Kuda crossed paths. I was kind of close with his older brother, Christian. Just seeing this 6'5" kid in Year 7 just running amok around the playground, playing basketball.
He was the smallest kid in school, and he was probably Year 10, but playing with the Year 12 boys in their first grade footy side, and just showed the heart that he has. He was the most humblest kid. He was probably the only senior kid that would talk to the younger boys, making sure the younger boys were all right.
Yeah, he was always that guy that was so energetic, very cheeky as well. So I would always see Stephen and hear him from afar, and just always running amok and causing a lot of, not trouble, but up to no good. So
I was still in school. I'm pretty sure I was SG ball under 20s, and this is during pre-season. So I would get to the club probably 4 hours, 3 hours early, and I would just sit in the back shed by myself for 3 hours and just sleep in there, wait for all the boys, the younger boys, to rock up. And
so we got the NRL sheds, and then we have the young boy sheds. And I just remember seeing Stephen in his uniform, bag on the bench and just sleeping.
One day this guy walks in the 20 shed and I'm just sleeping at the back there. The whole NRL's there, training and things like that, and he walked back out. And then literally 20 minutes later, he walked in with a full plate of food, came and gave it to me. And lucky enough that day, I actually hadn't eaten that whole day.
I just thought, he's probably had a long day at school, or I just thought that just come and give him something to eat. And
he kept doing that, every day after that, just kept bringing me food and just coming and just chilling in the back shed with me until he had to go to a meeting or until he had to go to do gym or something like that. I'm always kind of seeing that in Bizza, even back in high school, just building relationships with people that he doesn't need to, younger boys and things like that, seeing how big Bizza's heart is to give to other people and not to himself. So yeah, that was a massive step in our relationship that time.
Yeah, like Stephen said, our connection was there, but it probably wasn't as deep as it is now. And yeah, that was definitely pretty much when our first getting a bit more closer kind of kicked off for us. So
my little object for Brian is a photo frame of me and Atreus. Atreus is Bizza's first son and my godson as well. Very special. We have this photo up at home. I'm currently about to be a dad, but I find that I was already a dad when Bizza first gave birth to Atreus. No matter where life takes me and Bizza, whether it's different footy teams, different jerseys, Atreus will. He always brings Atreus to our games, regardless of what teams we play for, and I'll do anything for Atreus. So that's one thing that's going to always keep me and Bizza connected.
So yeah, it's Atreus's godfather and namesake as well. Atreus Gohan Rome Steveni To'o. Named him after 3 boys that mean the world to me, and Critta's definitely one of them. Pretty much, yeah, Atreus is the second father, so yeah, truly grateful for my brother, and I know that my son's gonna have the best life just knowing that he's safe. But yeah, can't wait to see him become a father of his own and with his own family, and I know that he's definitely gonna be the best father. So yeah. I love the song.
Have the honours.
Music to my ears. There's 6 Coke Zeros. My little game day routine. So I always manage to have 2 brekkie burgers, a bowl of chips, and 6 Coke Zeros every game day. It's just something that stuck with me since at a young age. It's good for you. It keeps you hydrated.
I've seen it from the start, so it's kind of normal for me to see him drink that much and see him eat that much. But obviously, when you go into Origin camps and you're alongside some pretty big names, it's one of the best sounds.
Yeah, oh man, look at that.
But yeah, for like a lot of big names to see it, they always hear about it. But until you're in Origin camp and you see him do it right in front of you, 8 hours before a game, it's like it baffles you how much he gets through the game and what he does in the game as well. After obviously drinking that and eating what he eats. So he's been doing it since a young age. And if that's his fuel, that's his fuel.
Okay, this one is 2021, our first premiership ring together. It's just, I never take anything for granted, and I'm always grateful for certain moments in my life, but this one's definitely a big special moment for me, Stephen. Playing 2020 grand final against the mighty Storms, Melbourne Storms, we obviously lost that premiership that year. Being on that field with Stephen and just feeling the pain and the hurt that we kind of went through, it kind of pushed us to exceed our levels and go again for the next year. And we're very fortunate and very lucky enough to win our first premiership together. So that's a very special moment for me, Stephen. And then this one is our last premiership together, which was 2023, I believe. So these moments are definitely moments I'll cherish forever, not just for the team and my brothers, but also for Critter. He's obviously been there for me since the very beginning, and just our journey from knee high all the way till now. It's something that I'll always cherish.
This photo is my first time back at Panthers Stadium, up against my old club. Yeah, it's pretty special. Always seen me and Bizza in the same jersey, but now to be in 2 different jerseys, that was a very special moment after the game.
I remember there was a lot of banter and a massive build-up leading into the game. We definitely wanted to bring the best out of each other as well. So I know that was definitely a tough game. It was definitely a tough game for me.
No matter what team we play for, we're always going to be brothers. And yeah, it was always hard running out, knowing that I wasn't running out with him. It's always fun going up against Bizza, regardless of how big the game is. And if he's the one tackling me, he's always either pulling my headgear or making noises in my ear, just mucking around on the footy field. So
yeah, that was a mad moment to obviously play against each other, and then just still having that same bond, like Critter said, different jerseys, but same love as well.
I'm Brian's #1 fan because I've seen things that other people don't see. And we share that deeper connection that I don't have with anyone else. Even if we change career paths into whatever it might be, I'll always be his fan.
We might not be brothers by blood, but we'll always be brothers by choice, and that's something that always sticks with me and Critter, and I love him to bits, and I'll always have him in my heart forever, so I always got his back. I'm Brian To'o.
And I'm Stephen Crichton.
And we're each other's #1 fan.